Hello, everybody. Temo here, back again with the Eyebutts. This time we have a special presentation. It's a whole different format, as you're noticing. I'm not at the Playhouse. I'm in my classroom, a real life high school classroom with my Art One students. And recently, I was sharing with them the Eyebutts and my website in general, and they were fascinated by the Eyebutts. So I thought, you know what? They could be the next series of the Eyebutts. So I decided, let's do an iBut Q&A. All right, pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna make it kind of into a lesson, extra credit for them, of course. Our goal is to give students an opportunity to share their thoughts or questions regarding Mr. Moreno's original character, the iButts, of course. Students will also gain a greater understanding for Mr. Moreno's thought process creating this original art. So my students have been given the prompt to create a question or a comment, and they're just simply going to read it out. All right. They looked at my art, they looked at my website, and several of them said, I want to be part of this. So we're going to go ahead and start off with one student, and then we're going to go on to others later on as we go through this series. Okay. Now, we're not going to name any names or even state where I'm teaching just for logistic purposes, but these are real students. This is a real classroom. And the first person has their question ready. They're going to get extra credit, by the way. All right, first question. Give it to me.
What made you create these iBuds and do they have a story behind them?
What made me create the iButts? It goes back a long time ago, back in my college years, when I created them in art school. And they were inspired by this friend of mine called Garvin, and he made these weird looking landscapes. And I thought, you know what, Garvin, I love those landscapes that you're making. And they were like, they look like brains basically. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and maybe create a character for your brainscape, I called it. And little by little, I came up with multiple ideas for a character. And I'd be happy to show you guys those early sketchbooks of the iButts and the non-eyebut characters that I came up with. But little by little, an eyeball popped up, and then skinny arms and legs, and then eventually, of course, the big butt came along. And little by little, I also started to develop more pictures that eventually led to a storyline. And I realized, oh my gosh, this has the potential to become a story, a full story, which now it is. So thank you for that question. This is our kickoff to this new series of Q&A with the iButts. More to come. All right. But thank you for our first student volunteer.